Fastest 15 minutes on the internet, fastest 15 minutes in social media. My name is Judson Powell. I want to talk about, since, we've been going in about all this Kobe stuff and people, I've been getting so attacked by this stuff. It is kind of crazy, but I'm just the messenger. I didn't create this world. The Most High did. I didn't create, these new world orders and secret societies and all that kind of stuff. I have nothing to do with it. I'm just telling you, if you put two and two together, what it is. All right. And once again, as I teach all the time, you can have knowledge, but without the wisdom to use it, it doesn't make any sense. A lot of stuff you just have to put two and two together. And a lot of things are, once again, spiritually discerned. Now, what I want to talk about today is death. And I want to talk about death from a spiritual standpoint. As much as I know, because of course I haven't died yet, so I can't explain to you. I want to live a long life. And everybody else does too. But I was speaking to a friend of mine, this morning, and one thing that, we understand is that you can do things to get yourself to a premature death, to live fast, die young, or like people talk about natural selection. Like sometimes natural selection is because you're not trying to seek your higher self. See, when you're trying to seek your higher self, there are different levels that you're going to in order to get to Christ's consciousness. All right. So Christ consciousness is your higher self, is the Christos, or the Christ is not a person, is not, although the people that don't understand the codes and all that kind of stuff, they don't really know what they're talking about. They're walking around and they're sort of like, and I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with that. It's sort of like I tell people, everything has a certain amount of truth to it. All right. There's truth in everything, or sort of like where there's smoke, there's fire. So there is a little bit of truth, and there's a little bit of truth in everything. And people hid the truth so that you wouldn't know. And unless you're studying, asking, seeking, and knocking, as the Bible would say, unless you're trying to find it, it's not going to come to you. It's funny how when you're searching for something, when you're seeking something out, and you're seeking the universe will get it to you. The universe will get that knowledge to you, and then it's up to you to use it to think. Okay, you got me? So it's up to you to use that knowledge to think. And so that's why, we try to wake people up. That's why the people who teach and preach like I do, we're just trying to wake you up. We're not, what you do with the knowledge once you get it, that's up to you. Because everybody, look, people been going to the black church for decades and still acting a fool, And there's a certain ideology and a certain amount of knowledge there, but unless you know how to read through the lines, you don't understand. So death in the Eastern societies, Pakistan, India, that kind of thing. All right, which was derived from the Kemetic. Okay, and that's the other thing. So we try to talk. It's like, look, everything came from a certain source. This stuff has been here for eons. Nobody. In fact, Islam and Christianity and Judaism, the Judeo-Christian religions, are baby religions. As religions go, they're babies. There have been some stuff that's been around here for eons. All right. And because we really don't know how old the earth is. And like I said, I judge everything, even from Kemetic and Kushite spirituality, I judge it on the 50,000 years, because that's the only thing over there that they can prove a date pretty much on is the Sphinx. Right. And so, Heru on the horizon. So that's the only thing that they can really pinpoint like a date because of the water markings, because of the rocks and all of that. So, so you have all these different people that have analyzed it over the years, and most have come up with the same conclusion. All right. Because that area, and in fact, as a matter of fact, at one time that area was either underwater or it was flooded. Okay. And so there are water markings and all that. So 50,000 years. So let's talk about that. All right. So death in the Eastern cultures, what it says, it means not here, but there. That's literally how it's translated. In the biblical, it always says what? To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. Okay. So we understand that those scriptures are and you can, I'm like, okay. And then the Bible always talks about the second death or the spiritual death, but we know that the spirit is energy. Okay. We can scientifically prove that your spirit is energy. They have done studies on dead people, and like even the fact that the body still maintains energy after you pass away. There's energy flowing, even the states of rigor mortis and things like that. Those things are what? Those things are energy. It takes energy. Nothing is going to move, nothing, and we also know that everything, even rocks, which is, I've taught y'all this. If you listen to any of my videos, you know that even rocks have vibration. That's why people use crystals and precious gems and all that. And they have, different rings and amulets and, earrings and all that kind of stuff. The reason why is because all these things contain energy. Even rocks maintain energy. Even when you look on a dead body, you see there's energy still being emanated from the body where that spirit left from. So I just want you to understand that as you go through, so when we start talking about chakra energy, and we're just talking about the basic 7, we're not even talking about all of the energy centers that are truly in the body. Because like even a person that performs acupuncture, which is an Eastern thing, they know that there are literally hundreds of energy points on the body. All right. So follow me. All right. So if you got all of these different energy points on your body, all right, and then you die, okay, where does your energy transfer to? Okay, and there's a song that went, everybody is a star. Where does your energy go? And in death, okay, I'm just laying out some theories because obviously I haven't died, and so I can't tell you 100%. Even the pyramids, why are there pyramid structures all over the earth? Underwater, in glaciers, all kinds of places. They're not just pyramids in Egypt. All right. Or they're not just forms of pyramids or or some of the hieroglyphic markings that we see. We have figures that have pictures of aliens and all kinds of stuff. Why? And this is just a theory because everything is a portal. And what does it do? Because the only thing that you can't do in a human body or in a just like I'm sitting in a car, okay, the car helps me what? It helps me transcend time and space. Okay, so the body, think of the body like your car. Your spirit is just inside of here, right? Your spirit is inside of here. And basically the body is just helping you transcend through the realm, which is the earth. You feel me? All right. So that's how come, but you can do things that will speed up the process of your spirit leaving your body. So that's why they talk about natural selection. Like if you're not trying to aspire to your higher self and you just like do dumb stuff, right? You keep on doing dumb stuff, and you don't learn anything. Guess what? then you can get taken out, just like we got this virus and all these different things. But it comes when you get, once again, what our ancestors talked about, right wisdom and right knowledge. Take care of your body, right? Even the whole thing when I've been talking about Dr. Seve and all that, there is information that they don't want you to have. Why? Because certain things make them money. They want to get paid. So that's how come, people are like, well, they ain't gonna kill nobody over medicine. Yes, they will, because people will do, look, your health is your wealth. Money ain't your wealth. Your health is your wealth. Look, if you got $1 billion, look, I guarantee you right now, if somebody walked into Michael Jordan's house and said, Michael Jordan, you got 2 days to live, he wouldn't give a rat patootie butt about how much money he had. He want to live. Because he doesn't understand, he does not understand like what's going to happen and the whole thing, even in church, that's what they get you on. The fact that you're going to transition, that at some point that you're going to leave your body, and nobody knows what happens when you leave your body. But everybody's got a theory, right? Everybody's got a theory about it, and then people will say, oh, they're in a better place. How do you know? They might, or you going to hell. How do you know? Right? Which is why in your consciousness. So I always ask, and one of the questions that I've always asked, even when I was working in the church, I used to ask the bishops and everything. I'd be like, well, so when we leave, like where do we go and all this kind of stuff, and and the Bible, all that stuff is written down, this, that, and the other thing, but nobody can confirm it. But it is possible, like when you look out in space and you see billions of stars and you see billions of solar systems and you see all this kind of stuff, that at some point, and so here's what I believe it is, right? I believe that the fact that when you die, you leave your body and your energy is transformed into what? Into light. And because you can still, look, you don't have to have this body in order to have your consciousness. Because you know good and well that even when you speak, like right now when I'm speaking, what's creating the words and everything that I'm saying? It's my own consciousness. It's not nothing else. I can say whatever I want. Why? But it's not because of this. It's because of what's inside. And so that's why we always talk about opening your third eye. And everybody, and I'm tired of y'all talking about people being too woke. There is no such thing as being too woke. The more knowledge and the more wisdom you have, the better off you are. Because it keeps you away from what? It keeps you away from that lower nature. And so that's how come they always trying to dumb you down. Because once you understand your transformation of energy, then you're not afraid of death. People that are not afraid of death, they always do well. And I'm just being honest with you, because the fear of death, and so that's even the Christian church, that's why they gave you Jesus. So you wouldn't be afraid to die. That's, for God so loved the world, that whosoever believes in him shall not perish, but shall have what? Everlasting life, right? John 3:16. The reason why, look, John 3:16 wasn't even written when the Bible was written. Go look it up. Y'all, everybody, he's horrible. Yes, I am. But that's why they put that scripture in there, y'all. They put it in there so you would not be afraid to die. And that, because that Jesus, and they sold it to you, that Jesus is going to come and comfort you and forgive you and everything that you did. Because what? Because beforehand, they made you guilty. They made you feel guilt. Same thing. The Quran is the same way, and follow the Torah law is the same thing. Okay, if you don't do what's in this law, you're going to go to hell. But if you do it, then you don't have anything to worry about. But nobody knows that. Nobody knows that, y'all. Come on now. Anyway, I'm going to do some more of this. Anyway, fastest 15 minutes. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and, and study some stuff. Really, go read and really decipher what it means.